You may not think that water is a nutrient, but it is, and it is the single most important nutrient for the human body. Your body is actually almost all water. It's about 70% water to be exact. If we dehydrated you completely and took all the water out of your body, your entire self would probably fit into one of those small sand buckets, the kind that kids take to the beach. That's how much water is in your body. Every single part of your body contains so much water. Your muscles they're about 75% water. Your blood is about 82% water. I would have thought it would be more than that, but it's around 82%. Your brain is 85% water, and that is the one part of your body that you want to remain hydrated all the time because your brain is working all the time. Even your bones have water in them. They are about 25% water. As solid as they are, you wouldn't think that they contain any water, but they do. Every single thing in you needs water in order to function properly. Every single system in your body and every single cell in your body, and there are trillions upon trillions of them, they all need water to function properly. Your digestive system needs water to digest your food and to move nutrients to where they need to be. Your cardiorespiratory system needs water. That is your heart and your lungs. Your cardiovascular system, which is your heart and all the veins and arteries and capillaries in your body. Your immune system needs water in order to function properly so that it can fight off diseases and viruses and the colds and the flus that are flying around, all your friends. Your immune system needs as much water as you can give it in order to keep it functioning properly and able to fight. Your kidneys and your liver, which are both filtering organs, they filter the toxins out of the body. They require water as well in order to flush the toxins out. Every organ in your body and every cell needs water every day. There are so many important benefits that you get when you drink enough water every day. It reduces your risk of heart attack and stroke as you get older. Even though there are young people who do have heart attacks and who do have strokes, make sure you drink enough water so that your body can operate properly. It keeps all your bodily functions and systems working properly. It also helps keep your brain working properly and aids in making connections in the brain so that it can retain all the information that you've obtained all day. It keeps your skin hydrated, and it is absolutely essential for digestion. When I say that, I mean the water in your body actually helps your digestive system to transport nutrients to where they need to be in your body. That's the next one. It helps nutrient distribution. It helps rid the body of waste products. Every cell in your body emits a waste product all day long, and your body needs that water to move those waste products and flush them out. It improves your memory. It improves your attention span. It also prevents arthritis and prevents many other chronic diseases and issues. Now, when I say chronic, I mean ongoing. Like arthritis prevents arthritis, but arthritis is something that it feels like it's an everyday problem, and it's ongoing, so that means it's chronic. Drinking enough water, as I mentioned in the previous slide, improves your memory. So make sure you drink water while you're studying. Keep those connections in your brain sparking. What conducts electricity the best? That's water. And your brain runs on electrical impulses, and it sends a lot of signals that way to the rest of your body. So if your brain is even a little dehydrated, it will affect the way the rest of your body works, and it will affect your ability to retain the things that you've learned. Your brain needs to be able to make those connections, and it needs water in order to do so. Your brain is active 24 hours a day, even while you're sleeping. So not only does it need water, it loves water. The brain runs every single system in your body. Consider it the motherboard of your body. If your brain isn't working properly, absolutely nothing else will work properly. When you're sleeping, it continues to keep your heart beating, it continues to keep you breathing, it continues to transport nutrients throughout your body. So it needs water, even at night, to keep your body running smoothly. We've talked about the benefits of making sure you get enough water every day, but what happens to you if you don't drink enough water? One of the first things that happens is your body is an intelligent machine, and your brain thinks when you're not getting enough water, oh my gosh, she's dehydrating, he's dehydrating, and it sends a signal to your body to release a hormone called aldosterone. What this hormone does is it sends a signal to the rest of your body to hold on to whatever water it has in it right then. That is called water retention. And if you look at this picture on the slide, you'll see that this gentleman has an indentation around his ankle, and you can see that his ankle looks swollen. It's not sprained, that's water retention. There is water under the surface of the skin in his ankle, and it's causing that indentation from his sock and those markings from his shoes. In order to keep this from happening, you need to make sure that you drink enough water every day. When you drink enough water, your body's aldosterone level stays at a normal level, and your body will release any excess water that it has. Aldosterone is a steroidal hormone that's produced in the adrenal cortex of the adrenal gland. If you look at the diagram of the kidney to the right, on top of the kidney is a triangular shaped gland that's called the adrenal gland, and the adrenal cortex is right at the top. That is where the aldosterone hormone comes from. Now, as I mentioned previously, your brain, if it thinks that you're about to dehydrate your body, it will turn your body into a thief. If you're not getting enough water, your body will think you are in serious trouble and will literally steal the water from other parts of your body, like your joints and your skin, and reroute the water to your vital organs. Your vital organs are the ones that keep you alive. Your brain, your heart, your lungs, your liver and kidneys. You need all those organs functioning properly in order to stay alive. And if your brain thinks that you are dehydrating, it will constrict the blood flow to your non-vital organs, as I mentioned, like your joints and your skin, and it'll cause your blood pressure to rise, but it will also force your blood to flow more efficiently to your vital organs. What are some of the symptoms of dehydration? Now, there's two different levels of dehydration, I would say. There's a mild dehydration, and those symptoms for mild dehydration are you become thirsty. When you realize you're thirsty, you are already mildly dehydrated. Your mouth will get dry. You will experience fatigue, which is just tiredness, is what it means. You'll have a decreased urine output, and your urine may even be darker in color. You could get a headache, which could range from mild to severe, and if you are mildly dehydrated for a great length of time, your skin will feel dry, and you could end up feeling dizzy or lightheaded. When you wake up groggy, it is because your brain needs water. Unless you've been drinking water throughout the night, your brain isn't getting the water that is required, so you wake up mildly dehydrated. Drink a glass of water before you even get out of bed. Before your feet hit the floor, drink an 8-ounce glass of water, and I guarantee you will notice a huge difference in your ability to function in the morning and throughout the day. And your brain will wake up almost immediately. And when your brain is awake and ready to go, it will jumpstart your entire body, and you will be ready to take on the day. Severe dehydration. The symptoms of severe dehydration are much more extreme, and this is a much more emergent situation, which means this is a call 911 situation. Find an adult. If there's not an adult, you call 911 and get this person medical attention immediately. The symptoms of severe hydration are a severely decreased urine output, and urine is a very dark yellow color, or sometimes even a dark orange color. You will have such dizziness that you will be unable to stand or walk. The reason for this is number 3, your blood pressure will drop suddenly upon standing. That means when you stand up, as soon as you stand up, your blood pressure just plummets, it falls, and that causes you to become dizzy and lightheaded. You may even pass out. You will have a rapid heart rate. You could come down with a very fast and very high fever. You will have poor elasticity in your skin, which means if you straighten your hand out and you take your index finger and your thumb on your opposite hand and pinch and pull up on the skin on the back of your hand, it should snap back rather quickly. That means that you're well dehydrated. If it doesn't, that means you're on your way to dehydration. You could have seizures and may even end up going into shock. You could have confusion, maybe not even know your name or where you are. You could have difficulty in breathing and chest pain or abdominal pain. Some people have even thought they were having a heart attack, and it turns out they were just dehydrated. And as I mentioned earlier, you could pass out or faint. If someone is suffering from any of these symptoms, call 911 and get medical attention immediately. So how do you treat dehydration? Mild dehydration, it's simple. You just drink water as soon as possible. And you should start to feel better almost immediately on that first sip of water. If you get overheated, like if you're outside and you notice you're getting dehydrated, cool off. If you have layers of clothing on, start taking layers off and cool off. If you can't remove any layers of clothing, then get to a cooler area. Like if you're outside and there's no air-conditioned area available, get to a shady area. If the optimum thing to do would be to get to an air-conditioned place where you can cool off rather quickly, and above all else, get yourself some water. Severe dehydration, you call 911. if there is not an adult with you to call 911 or to handle this situation or to ask them for help, you call 911. And while you're waiting for the paramedics, see if you can't get them to cool off. Get them in an air-conditioned space, start taking off layers of clothing, and get them to sip on water, not gulp the water. Get them to sip on water, but sip it continuously until the paramedics arrive. But above all, remain calm and try to keep the person calm as well. So how much water are you supposed to drink? You as an individual, not everyone in general. You as an individual, how much water are you supposed to have every day? That is an excellent question and one I get a lot. How to figure that out is you take your body weight and divide it in half. That number is the minimum number of ounces of water you should be drinking every day. The minimum number of ounces. For example, I weigh 139 pounds, so 139 divided by 2 is 69.5. So I should be drinking 69.5 ounces of water every day, minimum. I drink way more than that on a daily basis anyway, but that is the minimum number of ounces of water I should be drinking every day. So take a moment, pause this lecture, and take your body weight and write it down, divide it by 2, and keep in mind that's the number of ounces of water you should be drinking every day, minimum. Okay, so how many cups of water is that? That's another excellent question, since all you hear is you should drink 10 cups of water a day. Okay, what exactly does that mean? Let's use an 8-ounce measurement. Since I should be drinking 69.5 ounces of water each day, minimum, I would divide 69.5 by 8. That equals 8.6875 blah 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 cups of water. So I should drink, rounding up, 9 8-ounce glasses of water every day. It's much easier to do these calculations if we use a 10-ounce measurement. So 69.5 divided by 10 is 6.95. I should drink about 7, rounding up, 10-ounce glasses of water every day. Now, figure out how many glasses you, as an individual, should be drinking by calculating your minimum ounces of water per day, your weight divided by 2, and use the 10-ounce measurement. Take your figure that you get from your weight divided by 2, take that number and divide it by 10. That's how many 10-ounce glasses of water you should have every day. So what is it that you drink the most of? If I had to guess, for any one of you, it would be soda, or juice, or milk. You may even drink coffee. My husband was addicted to sweet tea and Mountain Dew. It took me years to get him off of that. But these beverages, the fruit juices, sodas, milk, coffee, sweet tea, these beverages contain caffeine and added sugar, lots of added sugar. Caffeine and sugar actually rob your body of water. They're called diuretics. And what that means is it causes your body to lose water. So if you're drinking fruit juices, sodas, or any of these other items, you need to be drinking more water in order to compensate for the water that these beverages are removing from your body. So what's better for you, tap water or bottled water? Almost everyone would probably say bottled water is better. Which sometimes, yes, that is the case depending on where you live and what your tap water situation is. But two of the largest and most well-known water bottling companies, Aquafina and Dasani, their bottled water is actually reprocessed tap water. According to Dr. Don Colbert's book called The 7 Pillars of Health, in that book he states that Aquafina and Dasani's bottled water is just reprocessed tap water, and one of Aquafina's main sources for their water is actually the Detroit River. Now don't get me wrong, there are a lot of excellent brands of bottled water. The purest bottled water on the market right now is called Penta, P-E-N-T-A, Penta water, which is found in most health food stores. I have yet to see it in a regular large grocery store chain like Walmart or Publix or whatever store chain that you have up by you. Matter of fact, we have a couple of health food stores real close to my house, and I have not even seen it in there. I'll have to start looking around for it. But you can find it in most health food stores. Drinking bottled water, as much of it as you're supposed to be drinking on a daily basis, can get to be pretty expensive. Most tap water is actually fine to drink. You can contact your city's utilities department for a copy of the report that's been drawn up on the water in your area, and it will give you a list of any chemicals and how much of that chemical is in your water. And I think you'll find that most of our tap water is perfectly safe. If your tap water just won't do it for you, if it has a little bit of, too funky of a taste for you, buy a filtering pitcher like a Brita pitcher or a Zero water pitcher and keep it filled and keep it in your refrigerator. This is a very important health tip. Never, and I do mean never, reuse a plastic water bottle that you've bought from the store. Matter of fact, unless you can throw it in the dishwasher and sterilize it, never reuse a plastic water bottle, any kind. By the time you have reused a plastic water bottle for one day, say you get the first bottle drank down by lunch, and you refill that same bottle, and you do that 2, 3, 4 more times throughout the day, the bacteria that was in that bottle to begin with has multiplied over 20,000 times. You are drinking practically nothing but bacteria by the end of the day. Stainless steel bottles that keep water cold for hours work best. TAL, T-A-L, makes an inexpensive reusable stainless steel double-walled bottle. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at Walmart for $8 or $9. And they cannot be put in the dishwasher, but you can hand wash them and reuse them over and over and over and over again. My household is filled with these things, and we never leave the house without one. Okay, here's a little quiz for you. Cover the picture up on the right. Cover it up with your hand. Don't look at it. Which food do you think is the highest in water content? Is it A, watermelon, B, lettuce, or C, grapefruit? The answer is B, lettuce. Yeah, I know. I would have chosen watermelon too, because, hello, water's right there in the name. But lettuce is actually about 95% water. So we're not only getting water from the water that we're drinking, but we are getting water from our food sources as well. Now, when I say we're getting water from our food, I mean the fresh produce, your fruits and your vegetables. If it comes in a box or a bag, It has been processed beyond recognition as food. It is now referred to as a food product, and there is no water left in it. So when I say we get water from our food, I mean from fruits and vegetables. That's enough for today. At the end of each lecture, I'm going to post a website for you to go watch a little short 5 to 8 minute video from the How It's Made series. Today's video is How It's Made Chicken Nuggets. It is actually McDonald's, so you're going to be watching a video on how McDonald's makes their chicken McNuggets. And remember, if you have any questions or comments, your parents have any questions or comments for me, you're confused about something I've talked about in any one of the lectures, please do not hesitate to contact me. And what is the best way to get an immediate response from me? That's right. Text me at 407-227-2201. Just make sure to put your name in the text message. Let me know who you are so that I will respond almost immediately. And I am available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by text message. Also, at the end of each lecture, I'm going to give just a little brief thing about manners, because manners to me are some of the single most important things we can learn and carry with us throughout our lives. Today's manner lesson number 1, when you ask for something, always say please, and when you receive something, always say thank you.